did what I was supposed to. That's not fair. We gotta make it, but it's cozy in the rut. Too busy coping to see what we've all become. A hooded vanish stop, it got you on the run. Don't look back, his face is just the muzzle of a gun. Don't look behind you or it'll find you. Yeah, but you better run. Do I need to remind you this is way too better than anyone? I don't recognize you, I used to like you before all that we done. Do I need to remind you this is way too better than anyone? Turn the lights off and they all through a fit.
What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome to episode 12 of Crimson Championship Wrestling. I'm BT Savage, and of course we got Max Hit Matt here, and on this episode, this is the go-home show to End State, and this ignition is jam-packed. We've got the Ricochet vs. Bully Ray No DQ match main event in here tonight. We've got the official contract signing with Daniels and Steen, the I Quit match for End State for that CCW World Title, and much, much more. This show's gonna be packed, and I'm keen for this ignition.
For sure, man. Look, also some women's triple threat here tonight, but maybe some big news. We actually purchased Chikara, so we purchased, pillaged, and sold their dojo. So we actually gained about 300k, which obviously it cost us 140 to buy them, and then so we gained some money, and then we also spent some money upgrading our broadcaster. So CCW WrestleNet is also getting a bit of an upgrade. So we've got some. I think we're tiny now in Mexico as well. So
yeah, the WrestleNet's on the rise. We're on the rise, and it's only going to get better from here.
100%. Let's head on over to Ignition.
Let's go. As we are here now with CCW Ignition 9 in the Warren YMCA in Michigan, of course, in front of 355 people. As we kick off the show, the ring is set up with a table, 2 chairs, and the CCW World Title displayed proudly in the center. As Don Callis stands between 2 seats with a smarmy grin and the mic in hand, as papers sit on the table and the crowd buzzes in anticipation. Callis is on the mic. He says, well, ladies and gentlemen, what a historic moment this is. At End State, you will see the very first I Quit match in CCW history for the richest prize in the game, the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. On one side, you have the reigning, defending champion, the man I personally consider the savior of professional wrestling, Kevin Steen. And on the other side, well, the former champion, the man desperately clinging to relevance, Christopher Daniels. As the crowd, they cheer loudly for Daniels as he enters, calm but visibly fired up. Steen saunters out with the title over his shoulder, smartly grinning as he sits down at the table without breaking eye contact from Daniels. As Don says, now, let's be clear, Christopher, this is your rematch, but this isn't just a rematch, it's your last shot. When you lose at End State, you don't get to come back and beg for another chance, because once Steen makes you say I quit, your championship dreams die right here. Isn't that right, champ? As Calix smash and sliding the mic over to Steen. Steen is leaning back in his chair, cool and dismissive. Steen says, that's exactly right, Don. Daniels, I've already beaten you once. I've already proven I'm better than you. And now, you've been stupid enough to step into an I Quit match with me? Do you have any idea what that means? It means I get to hurt you. It means I get to break you. It means I get to drag this out as long as I want until you can't take the pain anymore and you quit. Not just the match, but this whole fantasy that you're still the fallen angel at the top of his game, because newsflash, you're not. I am. The crowd boos as they're shouting Daniels, as he calmly slides the contract without hesitation, shoving the clipboard across the table to Daniels, as Daniels, snatching the mic, intense here, as Daniels says, you can run your mouth all you want, Steen, but you don't get it. This isn't just about me trying to get my belt back. This is about proving that Kevin Steen doesn't deserve to be the face of this company. You can talk about breaking me, humiliating me, making me quit, but Steen, I would rather die in this ring than say those two words to you. At End State, you're gonna find out why they call me the Fallen Angel, because I'm taking you straight to hell, and I'm taking my championship back with me. Daniels then he grabs the pen and slams his signature onto the contract, shoving the clipboard forward. He stands up, staring Steen down across the table. The tension rises as Callis quickly slides in between them, nervously but still with a smirk, as Callis says, "Easy, easy, lads. Let's not ruin my beautiful contract signing, huh? You'll get your chance at End State, Chris. But if I were you, I'd start practicing those words right now. I quit, because Kevin Steen is about to end your career." Daniels then suddenly flips the table over and lunges at Steen, fist flying. The crowd erupts, but Steen doesn't flinch. He leans back against the ropes, laughing, and then security and officials swarm in to hold Daniels back. Steen smirks, clutching the title tight, showing no intention of fighting tonight, as Steen says, "Save it for End State, Daniels. You'll quit. I guarantee it." The crowd boos as Steen raises the title high while Daniels is restrained, screaming for Steen to fight him now. Callis applauds Steen, especially as the segment fades. Obviously, we go into commercial. Uh, Obviously, Steen's standing tall, and Daniels is pissed. Great segment there.
Yeah, 65's not bad. Don Callis underperforming, unfortunately, but the other two getting it done like usual. It is now time for triple threat action as we have women's action to kick off the show match-wise. So in a 12-minute match, we have Io Shirai defeat Jessie McKay and Kimberly when Io Shirai pinned Kimberly with a Far East Destroyer. 44 for Jessie McKay, 70 for Io, and a 38 for Kimberly. Io picking up a big win. She has a strong connection with the young female demographic as well, who really liked her winning. But man, a 61 rated match to kick off the show. I will take that. I will take that for sure.
Very good match there. Io Shirai just doing Io Shirai things. Great win for her.
For sure. We then getting into some tag team action. And the Golden Lovers are going to be a ringside for this one.
They are. Golden Lovers will be at ringside as we have the team of Carl Anderson and Jeff Cobb defeating Johnny Gargano and Hurricane Helms when Cobb pinned Gargano with the Tour of the Islands. 57 rated match there. 46 for Cobb, 56 for Anderson, 34 for Hurricane Helms, and Gargano with a 57. Decent match, good win for Anderson and Cobb.
Yeah.
These two, obviously, they are looking to go after the Golden Lovers and their tag team titles.
For sure. Hurricane Helms and Gargano just being here for one appearance, by the way. So yeah, this is not bad at all. Jeff Cobb getting a great gimmick, which is nice. 57, can't complain. We then the screen sort of just crackles, a bit of static, and the sound of a jukebox is playing. It plays some dirty blues riffs, and they sort of echo as the camera fades into a smoky, dimly lit dive bar. Bottles clinking, a neon light flickers. A fight breaks out in the background, but the camera doesn't focus on it. It zooms in on a woman leaning against the bar, smirking, with a beer in hand. Narrator. There's this sort of a voiceover here, and it says, every fight needs a spark. Every war needs a wild card. CCW is about to find both in her. The woman turns. It's Danny Watson. She's got denim shorts, torn fishnets, and a leather jacket halfway sliding off her shoulder. She tosses her gum onto the bar, downs her drink, and walks towards the fight. Suddenly, she shoves two men apart, then clocks one in the jaw with a wild punch. The other laughs until she knees him in the gut and DDTs him onto a pool table. The bar explodes in chaos, and Danny hops up on the table, arms raised, grinning like she owns the place. She then says to the camera, "Name's Danny Watson. Rookie? Sure. But I've been brawling since I could walk. And I don't give a damn who's in front of me. You want to fight dirty? Good. So do I." They get a bit of a montage sort of flashing past, and Danny's training in a grimy gym. She's hitting the heavy bag, pulling off a swinging neck breaker in the ring, and wiping sweat from her face while blowing a kiss at the camera. Then get a voiceover again. She's raw, she's reckless, she's ruthless, and she's coming to CCW to raise hell. For the last shot, she leans into the camera, chewing gum again. She blows a kiss and then slaps the lens. We get a on-screen graphic saying Danny Watson, the Siren of Violence, is coming to CCW. 41
Wow.
there for the Siren of Violence, not bad. Very good gimmick as well. Small boost of star quality. That's kind of big. Danny Watson is a randomly generated rookie that we're going to try and build up, see what we can do.
Yeah, good first impression there of Danny Watson, the Siren of Violence.
Maybe one
Love to
day
see it.
she could go up against the next competitor. It is the women's champion in action. Let's get into it.
Yeah, you are correct. As Gail Kim, our women's champion, of course, defeats Courtney Rush with the 8 defeat in just under 11 minutes here. 54 rated match, 52 for our champion Gail Kim, and 32 for Courtney Rush. Solid match, good win for the champion. And
Pretty solid.
I believe
54.
there's some things after this match, I believe.
For sure, the camera cuts backstage and we hear a muffled scream. The camera turns to a corner to reveal Awesome Kong with her massive hand gripping the hair of Leva Bates. Kong brutally hurls her into a stack of crates, the impact obviously echoing through the hall with crew members scattering around, kind of afraid to get in their way. Bates tries to crawl away, but Kong steps on her back with one crushing stomp. Oh man, the commentators sort of put it over and go, she's snapped. Like, someone's got to stop this. But Kong grabs Bates by the wrist and drags her like a rag doll, hauling her through the curtains and out onto the entrance ramp. The crowd erupts with, boos and shock as Kong marches forward, dragging Bates in plain sight. Inside the ring, Gail Kim's obviously sort of still standing, recovering from her match, frozen in place with her eyes locked on her rival. Kong stops halfway down the ramp, points to Kim doesn't say a word, and she hoists Leva Bates high into the air with a power bomb onto the steel ramp. Bates lies motionless, her body crumpled as Kong towers over her. She then points at Gail Kim and sort of gestures across her throat before slamming her fist against her chest and roaring. The message is clear, man. This wasn't about Leva Bates. This is about Gail Kim, and I don't know how she's going to go at end state when she's face to face with Awesome Kong.
Yeah, look, all I gotta say is poor Leva Bates she's a victim of unfortunate circumstances. Yeah, Kong and Gail Kim at end state for that women's title should be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah,
And,
man.
we'll see what Gail Kim can do.
We then go to commercial break, but as we return from commercial break, we see the Golden Lovers walking towards their car.
Correct, good sir. As we do see the Golden Lovers, both Kenny and Coda. They're walking towards the car after obviously watching that tag match tonight. But they're happy, man. They're exchanging a few words in Japanese. And Kenny gets the car unlocked. Kenny smirking. He says, "Finally, we got some peace and quiet, Coda." And Coda's like, he's nodding. He's like, "Yes. That was a good spectacle tonight. It was good stuff." And, Ibushi, he goes to open the door. But from out of nowhere, we got Jeff Cobb blindsiding him with a running shoulder block, sending him crashing against the hood of the car. Kenny tries to react, but Carl Anderson comes from behind with a steel chair, smashing it across the back of Omega as Carl Anderson, he's shouting, "You think you can just walk out of here?" And he drops to his knees, clutching his back. He tries to fight back, lands a forearm on Anderson, and stumbles Cobb with a kick. But the numbers catch up fast as Cobb grabs Kenny around the waist and drives him into a concrete wall with a thunderous belly-to-belly suplex. As Ibushi, he's groaning, trying to get up. He says, "Kenny!" Anderson wastes no time leveling Ibushi with a gun stun right in the hood of the car, leaving him sprawled and motionless. As Cobb is standing over Omega, smirking, and says, "Strong man, stronger empire." Anderson then crouches down next to Kenny. He's trash talking into the camera and says, "Golden lovers, more like golden losers. Welcome to the real fight." And Cobb drags Ibushi's body off the car. and dumps him onto the ground beside Kenny. Anderson slams the car door shut for emphasis as the two walk off together, leaving the Golden Lovers laid out in the car park. And then the cameras cut back to the commentary team. I can imagine Kevin Nash. He's like, oh, God, what was that, guys? That was unbelievable.
Arn Anderson's probably half asleep, to be fair, but that's okay. And then Don West is just putting it over massively.
Oh, my.
But a 60 there is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It is now time for the main event. No DQ, BT. It is Bully Ray Ricochet. Let's have a look. And in a 71 rated match, Bully Ray defeats Ricochet in a no DQ match in 13 minutes with a bully cutter onto some chairs. Holy crap, this is pretty good, man. 65 for Ricochet, 51 for Bully Ray. A 71 overall. That's pretty good, man. I'm happy with that for an Ignition main event.
Great main event. Ricochet putting up the fight, but he just couldn't, he couldn't win. Bully Ray, the veteran. But yeah, good showing for Ricochet, a good main event.
For sure.
And a good win for Bully Ray.
That is the ending of the Go Home show to End State. Let's see what we got. 65.
There we go.
There we go.
Love that.
That's really nice. Finishing up the show, what do we want to give praise to?
Well, it could be a Ricochet angle.
I think
could also be an Io Shirai angle.
Yeah, let's go Io and
Yeah.
Ricochet. Yeah, Ricochet and Io. We might compliment him. It was good, but it wasn't. Yeah. I know he can pull out a big number. It's a compliment for him. See, please. Financially, that's fine. Obviously, see where we're at.
Fine.
That's fine. We're all good.
That is fine
for now. Popularity, we do go up. We're 26 now, 25 in Occidente. Look at this, man. We're going up. We're going up. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. We're slowly getting the small, hopefully, sooner rather than later.
For sure. But that's going to do us for another episode. That was the Go Home show. It is time for End State. I'm so excited. And the thing that with End State is then it's 2014. Then new things happen. We're looking, once we obviously start making some more money, we want to do some weekly TV. You know what I mean? So lots going on.
We're looking towards the future. The future is bright for CCW, but yeah, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for anyone still sticking around to this point.
Yeah.
Watching the whole series from start to finish. If you're one of those people, we love you a lot.
Yeah.
If you haven't, if you're new here, maybe this is your first episode, go back and watch from the start.
Yeah.
Because this is a great series and we are enjoying it. Hit like on the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts on the episode, your thoughts on the series. Yeah. And share it around with the TW community. Show it some love. But until next time, I'm BT Savage. This is Matt, and we'll see you in the next episode of Crimson Championship Wrestling.